this fruit actually is for our benefit. I like this. People give these testimonies, and they say, I know I love the Lord because I used to, do all these sinful things, and that's all that Satan has done in your life. And now I don't do it. What did God get from that? I mean, think about it. God received absolutely nothing from that. I'm chewing on some gum. It's all the sugar's gone. It's miserable. I don't like this. Here, you can have it. Oh, there's miserable, sick, sinful, chewed up, spit out, stepped on and scraped off on the curb. Lord, take my life. And I know I love the Lord because I gave that to Jesus. What in the world? He gave him a life that was worthless, and he gave you a new life. He had to throw it away and give it. Lord, I gave my heart to Jesus. I know I love the Lord. I gave my heart. Your heart was of stone. It was no good. Christ had to throw it away and give you a new one. Now, I say that by personal experience, eh? Understand? Are you with me? So what do we give to God? What can we offer to God? Really, I love that song. It says, the only thing I have to give to you is what you've given to me already. But the fruit, where the scripture says, I and the children that you have given me. And this is what he's called us to do. This is what he has asked for us. And in this way, we glorify him, bearing fruit. Now, I'm going to just touch on that. I shared with a group of 12 just a slight bit more detail. We can actually go very deep into this. But fruit, when you have fruit, I don't know how people can say so much that they have a great prayer life, and if there's no fruit, if they have no spiritual children. But look what it says. Now, I'm not being rugged. I'm just being biblically truthful. Let's take a look at John 15:16. John 15:16. You have not chosen me. Some people say, I made the decision. I served. We love him because he first loved us. If it wasn't for that, we wouldn't even have thought about him. But I have chosen you and ordained that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, and that whatsoever now when you bring forth fruit, you have open doors to prayer, open doors to fellowship with God. And whatsoever you ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. If you're living for yourself, what right do you have to go to ask the Father? When we gave our lives to Christ, we ceased to exist. We were crucified with Christ. Our rights no longer exist. We belong to Christ. But yet, most of our prayers are, give me, 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 and help me. But the vision and the priority is not the kingdom. So, bearing fruit opens the doors for fellowship with God. Are you with me? Now this brings us to this. I want to think about the four basic purposes of the church. The four basic purposes of the church. This is why God saved us and placed us in the church. If not, we'd have been like the thief on the cross. Get saved and die. Just go on. Right, are you with me? But he's left us here for this purpose, to reproduce. How do you say it in English? El Gadareno, I don't know. The guy from Gadara, the demon possessed, the guy that had 6,000 demons. People are so crazy. Pigs, swine. I can't stand pigs. But they had the sense enough to know not to have anything to do with demons. It was 3 demons to a pig, man. And they killed themselves. This guy had 6,000 of them. He was having a blast out there, sitting out in the cemetery, cutting himself with stones and having a great time. People look for that stuff. I don't understand witches, and Satan worshipers. What is that about? You realize being a part of a cult is the work of the flesh, right along with witchcraft and adultery and all that kind of stuff. Heresy, It's a work of the flesh. All that stuff invites demon oppression and demon possession and everything. Well, this guy, he was so greatly delivered, and he said, Jesus, I want to go with you. But the people, I mean, can you imagine? He had nothing to go back to. The people were upset because their pigs died. It meant nothing that he had been delivered and transformed. His life was saved. That was no joy to them. Their pigs died. And they told Jesus, get out of here. Get away from here. They were Jews. What business had they herding pigs? That's why Jesus had no problem in destroying their income. Christian with a bar burns down, and God's like, what are you doing with a bar anyway? Are you with me? Christian drug dealers, I don't take the drugs. I'm sure they said, we don't eat the swine, but all these Gentiles around us do. And Jesus said, get rid of this stuff. And he killed all these pigs, but he delivered this man. And they were upset because their source of income was destroyed. And they said, get out of here. And this guy says, man, these people don't love me. They hate me. You know, they chained me up in the cemetery for years. And now that I'm free, I want to go with you, Jesus. You're all I have. And Jesus said, no, go back to them. Tell them what great things God has done for you. And the next time Jesus comes around, they received him from all of those. And it was a Decapolis. That means 10 cities. This guy evangelized 10 cities. 10 cities. So he went back to Decapolis, which is Greek for 10 cities, and they brought all the sick and all the people to him, and they received his word. Now, where you shine, is Christ welcomed? It's just a question. It's not rhetorical. Because Christ has left us here for this purpose. Now, we call it the ladder of success. More than 20 years ago, almost 25, 30 years ago, in our discipleship ministry, I called it CCDC. We can repeat that, CCDC. Conversion, consolidation, discipleship, and commission, which is basically the same thing. I didn't know Pastor Castellanos then. But we have a perfect example of this in 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 1 to 14. And I'm going to try to be as brief as I can, because I have much I want to share, but let's try to get through this. Are you with me? 2 Kings chapter 2, verses 1 to 14. It's a story we all know, but let's read it so we can see what we're talking about, because this is a deep message to us. And it came to pass, when the Lord would take up Elijah into heaven by a whirlwind, that Elijah went with Elisha from Gilgal. And Elijah said unto Elisha, tarry here, I pray thee, for the Lord has sent me to Bethel. And Elisha said unto him, now this is a faithful disciple. Some of you are flaky in your marriages. You burn my pancakes. Well, I don't know what I'm going to do. My wife and I can't handle going to marriage retreats here in the States, because, you know, I went to a marriage retreat and the people were fighting because the guy left the toilet lid up, you know. And I mean, or which way they put the roll of toilet paper on the... What the heck? Get a life! Inconceivable things that people find to bicker about. What the heck? I don't understand. And so if you don't have it there, I mean, how can you dedicate yourself and be faithful disciple to your pastor? You know, things go rough and well, I'm good, but that's the story of your life if you can't be faithful. You know, it's like, I mean, can't keep a job. You know, can't keep friendships consistent, because when it gets rough, you're gone. But here, this disciple, here's an example of a disciple. He was chosen. And I wish I could go into how Elijah chose Elisha, the characteristics of Elisha that made him the perfect candidate for a disciple, or for you choosing your 12. But we don't have time for that right now. Perhaps in the future. And Elisha said unto him, as the Lord liveth and as my soul liveth, I will not leave you. I'll not leave you. Can you say that? I'll not leave you. I'll not leave you. The head discipler here is Pastor Ryan. And if you don't like it, you got a problem. But if you can say to him, I'll not leave you, then you'll have the spirit of Elisha. Who can say amen to that? Amen. That's the honest to God truth. That's just the way it is. I'm a pastor, and I need to hear that too from my congregation. Thank God I'm getting that. Amen. But that's the way it is. Some people are like an itch that you can't scratch. You try to scratch it, and they moved over. How many of you had? Because they're used to churchianity, not Christianity. And churchianity, you can sit out there and hide in the crowd. And as soon as somebody wants to deal with you, well, who are you to tell me? Well, I'm your pastor. I'm going to take my ball and go somewhere else.
Available at Christian bookstores and online. Purchase it today.